down while you do the
No.
dance.
In the middle here.
Alright, sounds great.
I'm going to sit in a proper chair because otherwise I'll fall off poo face.
Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
That's right, it's still
Great.
here, right?
I'm glad. Excellent. That's really cool.
Is this your first question and answer for the film, or have you done it for others?
No, I did one in Toronto actually.
Lovely city. So, what was your favourite question?
My favourite question in Toronto.
What would you really like to be asked?
Well, the great thing is as well, and like, you know, Mars would love to be here today. He really would. And obviously this is his pride and joy, and this is kind of a little excerpt from his life. He was living in Toronto, he grew up in Toronto, and all these people were real people, you know, even
New York freaks, right?
Yeah.
Freaks in London work very, very hard at being freaks, and they do it really well.
Yeah.
In New York, a freak is a freak. They're just there, you know, they come from all over America, you know, outside is busting in. I mean, I met Mars in New York about 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was his birthday party, and had a young lady called Lady Gaga, right? Just sort of like mixing the records. I was like, gosh, she's so fucking loud, this woman. So we would end up in the bathroom. I don't know if you noticed, but in New York, anybody being in New York, go to the bathroom first. It's always the best place in the house. And so where did you meet Mars? In LA or?
Yeah. I auditioned for him. And
audition?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I put in a submission like any other actor would, and I remember going into the audition and saying like, be an American, like going in full American, introduction and everything. And then, as I always do when I'm over there, because I live in Los Angeles full time, but I grew up here in Southampton. Well, not here, but down in Southampton. And I remember thinking like, the best thing to do at an audition is to go in as an American, and then at the end of that first read, say, oh, can I do it in another way? And then they go, well, sure, but it better be different. And so I would then switch to my regular voice, you know, and they're like, wow, you know, it's amazing, you can do British, as they call it over there, you know. And so I would say, yeah, okay. But with Mars, I finished the audition, and then afterwards, that was it. And I went, thanks very much, have a good day. And I was like, oh no, like, I was like, it's one read, there's no way that I've got the role. And he called me that night and he said, yeah, well, you know, we've been looking for the guy. But another thing that I was going to say is, the guy that I played, I actually met in Toronto, and he's that much of a proper scumbag, he's not allowed to leave Canada. Which I thought was really weird. And he's got one of those like top hats and everything, and just looked like a proper freak. I remember seeing him from a distance and thinking, that's the guy. And I was right, it was him. Yeah, but it was cool to see. It was great to see him and see a couple of the other people in Canada that didn't get a chance to make it to the LA premiere. And as I say, you know, Mars has been following it all the way around. This movie was up against Jackie, that won Oscars in Rotterdam, and out of 400 films, it ranked 25, which is not bad with, you know, a small budget.
Yeah. I'm amazed by all the different characters, you know, because I haven't seen the film, and it's only recently, like about 3 days ago, that Mark started sending me like information. Oh, yeah, we've got Nick Cage drumming now, and then Neon was there, Neon Music.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got with Neon, but I first met Neon again like about 15 years ago in New York. I was waiting to play with my band. He came running down the street and said, have you been on yet? And I said, oh, what? You're the homosexuals, aren't you? Yeah. I said, no, another 5 minutes. So to see Neon up there with his music as well, there's just so many characters that if you knew them personally, you thought, fuck, these people are like real outsiders, you know?
Yeah.
You see them all together, you know, so I pulled them all together in really kind of like impressive fashion.
But the thing is, though, there was this one guy, so Red was in there, you know, with the long ginger hair. Well, the guy that originally played that role, there were so many of, as you say, those people that had all these personalities, and I was really a nobody. Since then, I've done a few more films and got, you know, a little bit more credits, or a few more credits over there. But I remember just kind of being in the background, you know, sort of like doing what I was told, and not really having that massive ego that comes with a lot of actors, especially in LA. And so the guy that I was sat next to, he didn't get along with this guy that was opposite his desk. Obviously, it's a fictitious, you know, set, isn't it? It's not real, but he really didn't get along with the guy. And every time that he would flub a line, he would say an expletive to him and be really upset. And in the end, that was the guy that got Ron Jeremy in it. And he was kind of like, oh yeah, I know Ron Jeremy.
For those who don't know, Ron Jeremy, like porn star, you see him, he's about 5'2", but apparently you can keep his dick hard for like 3 weeks at a time. So it's quite this kind of cult state. So you look, if you saw him in the street, you're like, no woman's ever going to get turned on by him, right? But it's Ron. How do you get fucking Ron Jeremy without flashing your dick?
It's unbelievable though, and then he came on set.
Tell the truth now.
Well, I don't know. I was just, but I would be in the makeup room, and he came in, and he was like he got like 2 younger actors that were in there to do a picture, and Ron Jeremy did like this expression, and they did this expression, and they like would take a picture.
Did they put makeup on it?
No, I don't think so. But that was the thing. I was like, oh my god, my parents and my girlfriend are gonna see this, and I'm like, by the way, Ron Jeremy and Nina Hartley are in this, and you know, I was just like a bit embarrassed at the first, but you know, it was a fun thing. But I was gonna say that guy that actually got Ron Jeremy in since actually got fired from the film.
Oh, really?
And it was one of the first films that I've been on to witness somebody getting fired and then have to do that same scene that you've already shot and finished.
Yeah.
And Mars actually, as a side job, what he does is I don't know if he would want me to tell you this anyway, but he's got a really legit job. In LA, he's in charge of editing all of Apple's commercials. So he's a professional editor, that's his trade, you know, and his passion and his drive is producing, writing, and directing.
It's been a long time coming, I mean, the whole thing, it's not like...
Oh yeah, no.
This idea for a film, and it's like ready 6 months out, it's like 10, 15, 20 years of his life, parts.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, a lot of times when you finish shooting and then you go back to them and you say, you know, hey, that film that we, you know, finished shooting, like, what's the status? And we're still waiting to edit. You know, we haven't quite got round. We're like lacking budget.
How long was it from the time that you passed the audition to actually
start shooting?
The thing being finished.
Well, what I was going to say is, say we would shoot on a Monday, for example, and then we'd come back on a Tuesday. He would say, oh, you know all that stuff that we shot yesterday? It was great, I've already edited it. And I've never ever had that experience before. I thought that was super professional. That was really impressive that somebody has so much drive, and that, as I say, that's his forte. That really is what he's a professional at as an editor.
I mean, all the time that I knew him in New York, I knew him because, you know, he's working at Pat Fields. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he liked film, but he never said, I'm collecting. You know, I collect for the film. And he was doing it all that time, you know, he's got incredible patience and resolve, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm here to also announce that with the old Hollywood dying, those that were here early on will realise that Hollywood is dead. We now have Hellowood, and this is the first public screening of a Hellowood movie. New directors, artists, actors coming through. When I say new, I mean people that have been driven for the last 10, 15, 20 years, you know, and they have a passion for what they do and they refuse to sell out.
Yeah.
And now it comes out and people think, oh yeah, that's interesting new director, or interesting new actor or film or whatever. But it's been a long time coming and not everybody made it through. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Anyway, love, live, Hellowood, Hollywood. And I love what that guy's, I don't know whose line it was, but oh yeah, you make lots of money with Satan. What was it? You're guaranteed to make money with Satan, give your heart to Satan. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Does anybody else pick up on that? If you want to be successful.
Yeah, throughout that film.
You've got to love Satan.
Throughout that film, you've got to love Satan.
Oh, Satan! Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
No, yeah, it's true.
You know, being a child of the 60s, I went to all these festivals in the 60s, and there was a band called the Edgar Broughton Band, right? So nobody really knew how he was supposed to behave at festivals in the 60s, right? So they're there, and they're on the stage, and the last song they did, come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, cause Satan's there, and everybody's like, yeah, come. Anyway, so Satan it is, right? But you know, when you worship at the altar of Satan, sooner or later, if you worship at the altar of excess, then that altar eventually demands a blood sacrifice. But the beautiful thing now about doing things is because the establishment has lost control of the means of production, distribution and media, we have our own now, so we can do what we want.
Yeah.
And if we sell ourselves to Satan, it's because we choose to, not because we had to.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just a good little Catholic boy, Irish Christian brothers. How did you grow into
After all that?
Irish Christian brothers and nuns. But anyway, that's another story. We're here to glorify this